Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we have a story that's both surprising and powerful. It's about a respected judge, Helen Kelly, who unexpectedly finds herself on the wrong side of the law after a night of poor judgment. Despite her position of authority, she drives under the influence, and it's Officer Tom Rivers, her personal bodyguard, who steps up to hold her accountable. Tom, a disciplined and honest officer, refuses to overlook the situation, even though he could have let her go. This moment becomes a hard lesson for Judge Helen, showing her that no one is above the law. But the story doesn't end there. It's also about responsibility, humility, and what true justice really means. It's a powerful reminder that, no matter your status, the law applies equally to everyone. Stay tuned to see how this unfolds and how it changes the lives of both the judge and the officer. Our story begins in a small-town courthouse, where Judge Helen Kelly is a well-respected figure. As one of the most trusted individuals in her community, she commands authority and is revered by everyone around her, especially by Officer Tom Rivers, her personal bodyguard. Tom is a man of discipline, honor, and unwavering integrity, always ready to protect and serve, no matter the situation. However, things take an unexpected turn one evening when Judge Helen decides to unwind and indulge in a night of partying, completely letting go of her responsibilities as a law enforcer. She spends the night in high spirits, ignoring the fact that her position comes with a significant level of accountability. But Officer Rivers, ever the professional, has made it his mission to follow the rules and uphold the law at all costs. So when he spots Judge Helen behind the wheel of her car, weaving erratically and clearly impaired, he realizes he has no choice but to act. This moment forces him into a difficult position, one where his loyalty to the law is tested by the very person he's been assigned to protect. Despite knowing Helen personally and respecting her as a figure of authority, Officer Rivers must now decide whether to turn a blind eye or uphold the rules, even if it means going against someone he knows well. It's a choice that will not only change the course of their lives, but will also serve as a profound lesson in accountability, no matter one's position in life. Despite the late hour and Judge Helen's increasingly desperate attempts to talk her way out of the situation, Officer Rivers stands his ground. He knows his duty, and he will not allow her position of power to sway him. With calm professionalism, he requests that Judge Helen step out of the car to perform a breathalyzer test. At first, she tries to brush it off with a smile, telling him they don't need to go through the formalities. But Officer Rivers is unwavering, insisting that for everyone's safety, he must follow procedure. When she reluctantly blows into the device, the results are clear. She is well over the legal limit. The weight of the situation hangs in the air, and what happens next is a series of events that no one could have anticipated. A respected public figure, someone who has held authority over so many others, is now facing the very consequences she has long enforced. Judge Helen, accustomed to issuing orders in the courtroom, now finds herself on the receiving end of the law, taken into custody as any other person would be. The irony isn't lost on her. She had sentenced countless individuals to the very same fate, but never once imagined it would be her in those handcuffs, being escorted by officers toward a jail she had once ruled over from the other side of the courtroom. Her face flushes with embarrassment as the reality of her actions begins to sink in. She feels a deep sense of humiliation, knowing that her choices have brought her to this low point. However, what makes this situation even more extraordinary is the fact that Officer Rivers, her trusted bodyguard, the man who had served her for so long, does the unthinkable. He doesn't give her special treatment. He doesn't overlook her actions because of who she is. He treats her the same as any other person breaking the law. In that moment, Officer Rivers isn't just a protector. He's a guardian of the law itself, unwavering in his commitment to integrity. As much as it pains him to see someone he respects fall so far, he understands that true justice requires equal treatment for all, no exceptions. This decision to follow through, despite the pressure of his connection to the judge, shows the unshakable character of Officer Rivers. It's a moment that serves as a powerful reminder to everyone, including Helen, that no one is above the law, and integrity must come before all else. The case is then handed over to Judge Martin Avery, a man known for his strict impartiality and commitment to fairness. Despite knowing Judge Helen Kelly personally and having worked alongside her on numerous cases, Judge Avery refuses to let personal feelings cloud his judgment. As he takes the bench, the courtroom falls silent, and all eyes are on him. He understands the weight of the situation. This is no ordinary trial, and the person before him is no ordinary defendant. Helen Kelly, a respected figure in the legal world, is now facing the very consequences she has spent her career enforcing for others. However, Judge Avery knows that justice must be applied equally, regardless of who stands before him. With a steady voice, he reminds the courtroom that no one, not even a judge, is above the law. The law is the foundation of justice, and it must be upheld with integrity and fairness. As he delivers his verdict, there is a quiet tension in the room, but his words carry the weight of both the law and the responsibility he holds as a judge. Judge Helen Kelly, despite her stature, is sentenced to 3 months in jail and ordered to complete 100 hours of community service. The sentence is both a reminder and a lesson. The law must be respected by everyone, no matter their position or authority. For Judge Kelly, this is a humbling and difficult blow. She had once sat in this very courtroom, making decisions for others, but now she finds herself on the receiving end of justice, her position offering her no immunity from the consequences of her actions. Judge Avery's verdict not only reinforces the principle that justice applies to all, but also serves as a poignant moment for Helen to reflect on the true meaning of fairness and accountability. As the days pass, Judge Helen Kelly begins to face the harsh reality of her actions. Her time spent cleaning and organizing the courthouse she once ruled with authority becomes a deeply humbling experience. What was once a place where she made important decisions now becomes her place of reflection, a reminder that justice isn't about power or influence. It's about equality under the law. The tasks she performs are menial, tasks she once saw as beneath her. But in these moments of humility, she learns that no one is above the law, not even someone who once held the gavel. As she picks up trash, files papers, and assists in the courthouse, her pride slowly gives way to a deeper understanding of the principles she once upheld, but never fully appreciated until now. Her time in the courthouse also changes her perception of Officer Tom Rivers. At first, she had seen him merely as a bodyguard, someone who was there to protect her. But as she reflects on her arrest and the unwavering integrity he demonstrated by not looking the other way, her respect for him deepens. She realizes that, in a moment where she was tempted to bend the rules, Officer Rivers stood firm in his commitment to the law. He didn't let her status or relationship with him influence his actions. This is the kind of integrity that Judge Helen had once demanded from others, and now she sees it in someone she had once seen as just a protector. As she serves her time, she begins to truly understand the meaning of justice in her own life, not as a judge handing down sentences, but as a person held accountable for her actions. The lessons she learns in this humbling time will shape her perspective on fairness, integrity, and the role of the law in everyone's life, including her own. By the time Judge Helen Kelly completes her sentence, she is no longer the untouchable authority figure she once was. She has transformed into a woman who has earned the respect of everyone around her, not through her title, but through her actions and the hard lessons she's learned. Her time in jail and performing community service has stripped away the pride and arrogance that came with her position, replacing it with humility and a deep understanding of what true justice is. She now knows that power doesn't define a person's worth, but the integrity with which they live their life does. This story serves as a powerful reminder that justice applies to everyone, no matter their position in society. No one is above the law, and no one is exempt from facing the consequences of their actions. So, what do you think? Is this a story of redemption, where Judge Helen learns and grows from her mistakes? Or does it show us that no one, no matter how high their status, is exempt from the law? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more thought-provoking content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.